Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a massive $50 million medicinal cannabis deal that just hit the Australian Securities Exchange. We are looking at the facts, the figures, and the core strategy driving this brand new supply agreement between Bioxyne and ADREXpharma. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. $50 million. I mean, that is an absolute headline grabber, right? Bioxyne Ltd just announced this massive, exclusive supply agreement, and it is making waves. But what's absolutely crucial to understand from the source document here is the timeline attached to that figure. You see, this isn't some loose revenue projection stretched across a decade. This is a highly focused 2-year contract announced on May 12, 2026. That is a highly significant influx of committed capital over a very short period in the medicinal cannabis space. And honestly, it tells us a whole lot about exactly where current market demand is sitting. So, who exactly is sitting across the table from each other making this happen? On the left side of the equation, we've got our supplier, Bioxyne, and its wholly owned subsidiary Breathe Life Sciences, or BLS for short. They're an Australian GMP licensed manufacturer, and what's really fascinating about BLS is that they don't just manufacture cannabis. Their licenses actually cover other controlled substances too, like Psilocybin and MDMA. Then over on the right side, we have the buyer, ADREXpharma. They are a German licensed importer, manufacturer, and wholesale distributor, and they operate within this highly regulated pharmaceutical framework, supplying pharmacies and healthcare providers all across the German market. So you basically have this powerhouse Australian manufacturer producing the goods on one side, and a highly connected German licensed distributor holding the keys to the local market on the other.
Now let's look at the specific mechanics of the deal itself. It's a 24-month contract. But the real standout detail here is that $25 million minimum commitment locked in for just the first 12 months. After that initial year, the contract features an automatic renewal for a further 12 months. So why does that matter? Well, this tiered structure provides Bioxyne with immediate, near-term revenue visibility. They know exactly what their absolute minimum baseline looks like for the upcoming year, which is a huge advantage. And the supply itself? That'll consist of BLS's Australian GMP-manufactured cannabis flower, along with a few other related products.
But wait, it actually gets more interesting. This agreement isn't just about shipping bulk, unbranded cannabis across the globe. ADREXpharma has actually been granted exclusive rights in Germany to distribute BLS's proprietary Dr. Watson brand. This is a highly targeted strategic market penetration play. Think about it. That $25 million minimum purchase commitment in the first year, it actually underpins these exclusive brand rights. It essentially means the Dr. Watson brand is getting a heavily funded VIP push right into Europe's largest and most developed medicinal cannabis market.
To truly grasp the weight of this deal, we need to briefly contextualize Breathe Life Sciences, the subsidiary actually driving this supply. BLS isn't just some small local operation. Founded back in 2018, they have quickly exploded into a multinational business. While their corporate head office is located in Sydney, they've got operations, licensed manufacturing, warehousing, and distribution centers spread across Queensland in Australia, Nagoya in Japan, Scotland in the UK, and Prague in Czechia. They are sourcing raw materials from 5 different continents. They're building a seriously impressive global footprint in alternative therapeutics, which, as you can see, perfectly positions them to execute a massive European contract, exactly like this one. To get a sense of the internal strategy here, just listen to what Bioxyne CEO Sam Watson stated. He said, "This expanded supply agreement with ADREX reflects the scale and momentum we are building in new markets and strengthens our position across key regulated European markets." Now, the absolutely critical keyword in that sentence is expanded. This represents a material expansion on their initial supply agreement that was executed with ADREX back in June 2025. Watson also noted that while cannabis is their largest commercial segment today, they are actively looking to use this exact momentum to grow their broader pharmaceutical portfolio into additional medicines and controlled substances, particularly those with established and emerging therapeutic applications. And this brilliantly illustrates the synergy from the other side of the table, too. ADREXpharma CEO Nicole Brookman points out that over the past 6 months, these two entities have really been putting in the work, building a strong foundation, refining product quality, and strengthening their entire supply chain. She says, Bioxyne's GMP manufacturing capability, combined with our local distribution expertise and pharmacy network, creates a strong partnership to meet increasing patient demand. I mean, it's a classic, highly effective combination, isn't it? A robust manufacturing engine pairing up with a deeply specialized local distribution network. So to really understand why this deal matters right now, we have to zoom out and look at the larger picture. 200. Why is this specific number so important?
Well, because in her statement, CEO Nicole Bruckmann revealed a truly staggering statistic about the current German context. The rapidly expanding medicinal cannabis market in Germany is now estimated at more than 200 tons per annum. Just to put that into perspective, that is a massive volume of demand. Europe, and specifically Germany and the UK, are key strategic focuses for Bioxyne's growth simply because of this evolving regulatory framework and the surging patient need. The sheer overwhelming scale of the German market is exactly why a $50 million two-year contract makes absolute strategic sense for both the supplier and the distributor.
All right, now before we wrap up today's breakdown, it is absolutely essential that we cover our legal disclaimer. As you know, our focus here is always on explaining the source material clearly and objectively. This explainer is strictly for educational and informational purposes only. We're simply breaking down the mechanics of the Bioxyne and ADREXpharma supply agreement exactly as detailed in their public ASX release. This presentation does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, or a recommendation to buy or sell any stock or asset. Always do your own thorough research and consult a licensed professional when it comes to making your own financial decisions.
So, that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've looked at the $50 million headline figure, that game-changing $25 million first-year commitment that provides immediate revenue visibility, the exclusivity of the Dr. Watson brand over in Germany, and of course, that massive 200-ton market they are aggressively targeting. Now, I want to turn it over to you. What are your thoughts on the mechanics of this supply partnership between Australia's Bioxyne and Germany's ADREXpharma? Do you think this structure effectively positions them to capture a large share of the European market? Drop a comment below. I would genuinely love to hear your analysis. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this fascinating deal, and I will see you in the next explainer.